Hey, I'm Ty. I run all of the vegan food. I got a question that said, could you make a video about when and why you became vegan and talk about your parents' reaction, if you lived with them at the moment, and most useful tips you have for new vegans? So, I became vegan a little over 3 years ago when I was 19. I had been vegetarian for 7 years prior to that. I went vegan because actually a lot because of Tumblr gave me resources to show me why being vegetarian wasn't actually benefiting non-human animals as much as I thought it was. So once I started following vegan blogs and seeing articles and just people's posts and watching documentaries and stuff, I was like, wow, I need to go vegan. Um, I just didn't realize how much harm I was still causing, so I decided to go vegan. Um, my parents' reactions, I didn't live with them at the time. I lived with my sister, and her daughter. My sister was annoyed by it, but she was always just annoyed by what I ate, but I think that was just her being my sister. Um, yeah, so nobody in my family is vegan or vegetarian. Um, my mom's reaction, she still got upset about it because she was like, I just learned how to make you vegetarian food finally, and I was like, I've been vegetarian for 7 years. Like, I don't, I don't think it took you 7 years. Like, she just didn't want to make the changes and like family meals and stuff, which is nice. Like she'll make me special food, I guess. But she learned really easy, and she likes to make jokes out of it, like, but about how like I made it so difficult for her to cook for me. But she does really well, and she does make me stuff, and it's really sweet. She always has stuff when I visit home, like hummus and like pretzel chips and stuff. So yeah, she was just basically she kids around a lot. So my father didn't really have a reaction, I guess. I mean, he's just him. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I actually offered to make him food all the time because I did end up moving back in with him a little after I lived with my sister, and it was just gross. Like, um, so I just wanted to try and make him food so he would stop eating all the stuff that he was always making. Um, and he would like always eat my food because we didn't grocery shop together. And him and my brother would actually always eat my food, and I was like, "You're eating vegan food, like," but then you complain about vegan food, but they would always eat it. So it's like people are just they just didn't understand what was going on. So yeah, most people just like to make a big deal out of it, but then they'll steal your food, I guess. Um, most useful tips. So I actually had made a post a while back. I'll link it in the comment section or whatever it's called under this, and I'll also publish your question and link it there. Um, but these are some of the tips I put, and they do have links to some of them, so you'll see that if you go to the actual post. I put follow vegan blogs, get inspired through recipes, create your own recipes, check out vegan starter kits, make sure you're getting all the calcium, iron, protein, and vitamins that you and your body need. Try out different types of milks to see which are your favorite, and then I put examples are like almond, oat, hemp, soy, etc. Keep pastas, rice, beans, lentils, vegetable broth, breads, fruits, and veggies in your kitchen. Make lots of soups and smoothies. I put there are so many different types and they're cheap, which is very true, and each one is like very different. And they're also good. Well, I think they're good. I guess it depends on the person. Bring snacks and meals with you to school, work, get-togethers, parties, and anywhere else. Some examples are fruit, veggies, and hummus, nuts, crackers, chips, etc. Make your own meals to eat alongside your family. Ask your family if you can make dinner one night, which it would be vegan, of course. Ask friends to have vegan dates with you. Share with the people you love why veganism is important to you, which I think that's really big. Most non-vegans will understand, but hopefully some people will actually listen and like be able to see it in your face, like why it's important, because it is important and that it's important to you. So remember that cravings for non-vegan food is normal. You were raised on non-vegan food. You will come to see that the food you were raised on is not food, but it is actually living beings and what they need to survive. Um, Air quotations, because it's if you're eating non-vegan things, it's not actually food. You're just eating it. Um, your taste buds will change. They will change. Download apps for easy vegan grocery shopping and for finding restaurants around you with vegan options. And then I just put like check out my vegan resource master post, which I'll link. But yeah, I mean, I think those are the basics pretty much. Um, I wouldn't. I know a lot of people do this, and I did this for a little while. I still do this sometimes. When you first get into veganism, I don't recommend like eating a whole bunch of like pre-made meals, like frozen meals and stuff, or like Boca burgers or things like that. Because if you start just eating those all the time, like the likelihood that you'll end up cooking and like learning to make new things is like pretty low. So I don't recommend that. I mean, of course, if you want to and that's your option, then of course you can do that. I just don't recommend it. Um, it takes time to get into vegan cheese, I think. Um, I know there's like a really good kind I haven't tried that came out from Field Roast, but if you want to check that out, I've heard it's really good. But the other ones that I've tried, they don't expect it to actually taste like cheese. And they're like a lot more oily. But yeah, that's mostly it. I think that's it. I hope this helps some, and I will add the link to that post down below. Alright, thanks.